So now let's continue with some very important questions on levels of prevention of disease. Vitamin A prophylaxis to a child is, before we discuss the answer, look at the levels of prevention. Primordial prevention. When is a primordial prevention done? When the risk factor itself is absent. Absence of risk factor, okay. Like for example, you are doing source reduction, okay. You are trying to reduce the source of mosquitoes so that the mosquitoes don't breed. So that will be an example of primordial level of prevention. Primary prevention, the risk factor is present, but the disease is absent. There is no disease. So something you are doing before the disease sets in, that will be primary prevention, okay. It can be a health promotion or it can be a specific protection. We'll take examples. Secondary prevention is what? Secondary prevention is the risk factor is there, the disease has set in, but there is no complication. There is no complication. Complication is absent. Okay, so that will be a secondary level of prevention. Like for example, early diagnosis and treatment will come under secondary level of prevention. Tertiary prevention, risk factor is definitely there, disease is there, even the complication is there. So what you are trying to do is that disability limitation or rehabilitation, this two, I repeat, disability limitation, rehabilitation will come under tertiary level of prevention, okay. So disability or death is absent. You are trying to limit disability or you are trying to prevent that progression towards death, okay. So this will be tertiary level of prevention. Now coming back to the question, vitamin A prophylaxis to a child. So see, vitamin A prophylaxis to a child, when are you giving this? When the risk factor of night blindness is already there in the community, yes or no? When the risk factor of night blindness is already there in the community, then you are giving vitamin A. So if you look at this chart, so risk factor is present, okay, but is this child suffering from night blindness? No. You are doing prophylaxis. Prophylaxis means what? It is prevention. You are trying to prevent the onset of night blindness in this particular child, okay. So risk factor present, disease absent, it will come under primary prevention. Now you should know that primary prevention is of two types. It can be health promotion, it can be specific protection. I repeat, primary prevention can be of two types: health promotion, specific protection. So you tell me, will it be health promotion or will it be specific protection? You are giving specifically, you are giving vitamin A prophylaxis to a child to prevent night blindness, okay. Also we can say vitamin A, it is concluded in some studies that vitamin A can also prevent the incidence of measles in a child, okay. Vitamin A has anti-measles virus activity, okay. So definitely it will be specific protection because it is against for a specific purpose, okay. So what will be the answer? Specific protection, okay. And specific protection is coming under primary level of prevention. Primary level of prevention, okay. Let's continue. Another question. Installation and usage of sanitary latrines by general public constitutes which level of prevention? Okay, so you are using the sanitary latrines. The installation and the usage of the sanitary latrines by general public constitutes which level of prevention? So you are trying to improve sanitation as a whole. Okay, sanitation. Now sanitation you are trying to improve against a number of disease. Okay, sanitation if you want to improve, you are removing open field defecation, you are trying to reduce open field defecation, you are trying to build household toilets, you are trying to improve sanitation facilities. So you are trying to work against those diseases which are spread by fecal-oral route, yes or no? Like cholera, like typhoid, like amoebiasis, like ascariasis, all this particular disease which are spread by the fecal-oral route, you are trying to prevent them, okay, by using the sanitary latrines. Okay, so will it be a specific protection? No, it is not a specific protection. It will be health promotion. Now remember, health promotion and specific protection, these are two types of primary level of prevention. So if you ask me, sir, why are you saying that this is primary level of prevention? Because the risk factor is already there. Because some people are still doing, in spite of this Swachh Bharat movement, some people are still doing open field defecation. Okay, some people are still doing. What can be done? So risk factor is there. there is a chance that the exposed food, the water can get contaminated. Okay, it can get contaminated, and also you know that house flies, cockroach, they can act as mechanical carriers of those particular disease and can contaminate the food in your kitchen. Yes or no? So risk factor is there. Okay, but you are trying to prevent yourself from the disease. Is it any specific disease? No. Since it is no specific disease, it's a spectrum of disease caused by fecal oral route. So we cannot say specific protection, it has to be health promotion. Got my point? So answer will be health promotion. Again, health promotion is what type of prevention? What level of prevention? Primary level of prevention. I hope it's clear. Okay, so the thing is that I will discuss some further questions so that this particular topic, levels of prevention, becomes clear to you. So before we move on to the next question, look here. Any environmental modification is what? Health promotion. Primary level of prevention. What are the examples? Safe water provision, improvement of hygiene and sanitation facility, rodent and insect control. Okay, you are doing insect control, you are doing rodent control, you are trying to improve the hygiene, you are trying to improve the sanitation, you want to build household toilets, you want to reduce open field defecation. All these are what? This will come under health promotion, primary level of prevention. Let's move ahead. Best level of prevention for breast cancer. Okay, so you are trying to prevent breast cancer. In the topic of screening of disease, I already told you, there are mammography, breast self-examination. There are techniques by which breast cancer can be detected at an early age, okay, early age, before the complications, before the advanced stage of the disease sets in, okay. So, how do you prevent the breast cancer? Early diagnosis and treatment. So, early diagnosis and treatment will come under which level of prevention? It will come under secondary level of prevention. It will come under secondary level of prevention. It cannot be specific protection. It is not about disability limitation. It is not about rehabilitation. You are trying to do a mammography or a breast self-examination for screening for breast cancer early. Okay. So best level of prevention will be early diagnosis and treatment. Okay. National Iron Plus Initiative is an example of. See, National Iron Plus Initiative ultimately is what? You are giving iron, okay, and also you are giving folic acid. So iron folic acid tablets are given for what? Iron folic acid tablets are given for reducing the incidence of anemia. Yes or no? So is it a specific protection? Yes. Is it a primary level of prevention? Yes. So what is the answer? It will be a primary level of prevention. What type? It will be specific protection. So it will be specific protection. Okay. Let's move ahead. When a student enters a medical college, he or she is given hepatitis B vaccine. This is an example of which level of prevention. It means when the student is entering the medical college, there is already the risk factor of hepatitis B. He or she is given vaccine for hepatitis B. Why? Because there is a risk factor for hepatitis B. So, this is which level of prevention? Risk factor is there, disease is not there, so it will be primary level of prevention. Any sort of vaccination, any sort of immunization will come under primary level of prevention. Okay, and this will be what? Primary specific protection. Doxycycline given for short-term chemoprophylaxis against malaria under National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program is an example of which level of prevention? Chemoprophylaxis. So chemoprophylaxis means you are trying to prevent the incidence of malaria. You are trying to prevent the incidence of malaria. Okay, short-term chemoprophylaxis. Risk factor is there? Yes. Is Plasmodium there in the environment? Yes. Is Anopheles mosquito the vector there in the environment? Yes. Has the disease set in? No. You are trying to prevent the onset of the disease. Chemoprophylaxis. So, it will be primary level of prevention. What type? Health promotion or specific protection? Specific protection. So, it will be primary level of prevention. Remember that chemoprophylaxis which you are giving against a specific disease, a chemoprophylaxis is always a specific protection. Okay. Amniocentesis. Okay. Amniocentesis is what? It's a diagnostic test. What you are trying to detect? You are trying to detect any chromosomal errors or any sort of chromosomal disorder in the fetus. It can be Down syndrome. Okay. Down syndrome, if you want to detect, you have to do amniocentesis. It is done around 14 to 16 weeks of gestation. So, it's a diagnostic test. Diagnostic test will come under what level of prevention? Primordial, primary, secondary, tertiary. Has to be secondary. Any sort of diagnostic test will come under secondary level of prevention. So, it will be secondary prevention. Why? Because it is early diagnosis. Suppose Down syndrome is detected, you see trisomy of 21st chromosome. Now, you will counsel that particular mother whether she wants to continue the pregnancy or whether she wants to abort the pregnancy. Okay. So, early diagnosis, why do we say so early diagnosis? Because the mother now knows she is carrying a Down syndrome fetus. She has the option whether she wants to continue or terminate the pregnancy. It's not that later on she comes to know that the newborn is having Down syndrome. Okay. So, any sort of diagnosis will come under secondary level of prevention. Which of the following is secondary level of prevention? Vaccination. Is vaccination secondary level of prevention? No, because vaccination you are doing against a particular disease. You are trying to prevent the onset of disease. Risk factor is there, but disease is not there. Yes or no? Like I am saying, at the age of 9 months, you are giving the measles vaccine. So, if that is that particular child suffering from measles? No, but risk factor is there. We know that particular age group which the measles paramyxovirus will affect. Okay, so child is still not having measles, but risk factor is there. We are giving vaccination. So, this will be what? This will be primary level specific protection. Okay. Wearing of goggles by welders. Is the eye damaged? No, but there is a risk factor that the eye may get damaged. Using the goggles to prevent eye damage. So, again this will be primary level specific protection. Vitamin A prophylaxis for children. Is the child having measles? Is the child having night blindness? No, may have. Risk factor is there. What we are doing? Prophylaxis. What did I tell you regarding prophylaxis? Please tell me again. Primary level specific protection. Pap smear. What is Pap smear? Screening test. You are trying to do an early diagnosis. Pap smear for early detection of carcinoma of cervix. Definitely it will come under what? Secondary level of prevention. Why? It's a screening for early diagnosis. It's a screening for early diagnosis. It will come under secondary level of prevention. Iron folic acid tablets given in pregnancy is an example of which level of prevention? Iron folic acid tablets in pregnancy. Why are we giving? We are trying to prevent anemia in pregnancy. So, it will come under primary level of prevention. Okay, specific protection. By this time, I think you understand. Okay.